moist. What is the difference between moist and dry? Who would like to tell me?
मैम
मैम
मोस्ट वेट होगा।
हाँ जी, बोलो शिवानी। मॉइस्ट क्या है?
मैम मॉइस्ट मतलब नमी जिसे कहते हैं, और ड्राई मतलब सूखा।
ठीक है। Okay. So now I hope you have understood about the difference between dry and moist. Okay, it is very simple. So hot water bag and infrared therapy, the topics that I covered yesterday, they are based on dry heat application. Okay, and today I will be dealing about moist heat application. So can everyone see the screen?
यस मैम।
Okay. So the first procedure that is based on moist heat application, we call it as fermentation. Okay, hot fermentation, and there are so many types of fermentation. One is the simple fermentation. We do not use any medicine. Okay, we only use simple water. We boil it, and after the water is boiled, then we put a towel or a face towel or a towel or any sheet, and we dip it in water and उसको squeeze करके फिर you can put it on the body. Okay, so here is a picture also you can see. Okay, this basically this is a nurse and she is putting the compression or the towel which is dipped, which is squeezed in hot water, and she is placing on the chest of the patient. Okay, so this is fermentation. Okay, so there are so many types. One is the simple, medical, and surgical. Okay, so before that, let me go to the definition. A very simple definition: moist application of heat over an area by means of double thickness. Okay, so the thickness should be double. It should not be a single, should be double. And we can use any material. It can be flannel material or any other soft material. Okay, we can use a towel, we can use a sheet, we can use a face towel also, no issue, or we can use any handkerchief also or any cloth. Okay, so we can use any soft material which is squeezed out or wring out from the hot water. It is protected by a waterproof coverings. We can cover it also after putting on the pain area. We can cover it with a waterproof cover. We can use a wool, or we can use a bandage, or we can use a transparent sheet. Okay, so by covering this, the towel or the cloth that we have used, it will be intact. Okay, so this is fermentation. Okay, hot fermentation. So there are three types. One is a simple, that is we do not use any medicine, we do not use any chemicals. Second is the medical, that is we use some medicines so that the effect will be fast. And the third is surgical. Okay, so this is applied over an open wound. Okay, so these are the three types of fermentation. Okay, so you can see a picture here. Okay, this lady, she is doing hot fermentation on her hand. ठीक है, पहले तो उसने एक towel लिया, face, I think this is a face towel or a cloth. She has put it in hot water. ठीक है, then squeeze it, उसको squeeze करके फिर हाथ पे लगाना है. And then she has covered it with a transparent sheet. Okay, so this is how you should do fermentation. Then coming to the next slide. So this is a treatment procedure. Okay, so we have to keep all the equipments. So we need a bucket, we need a towel, or we need a cloth. Okay, and we have to keep it all on the bedside of the patient before the procedure. Then tell the patient to remove the clothing where which area there is pain, or whichever there is any discomfort, we can tell the patient to only expose that area. Okay, and the rest of the body we can cover it with a bed sheet. ठीक है, फिर third point is explain the procedure. We have to explain the procedure to the patient, what we are going to do. ठीक है, we have to ask the patient whether the water is hot or is it too cold. Okay, then the duration and frequency in changing the fermentation depends upon the desired effect. So how many times we can change the used towel, or how much long we can do the procedure, that depends upon the patient's condition. If the patient is having severe pain, बहुत ही severe pain है on the left hand or on a right hand or on a body, then we can use for a long time. Okay, so we have to make sure, take care not to burn the person with too much of hot fermentation. Okay, so that is why before the procedure uh, we have to ask the patient whether the water is too hot, or it's too it's just not that hot. Okay, whether it's warm or it's hot or it's very cold. Okay, so we have to ask the patients, we have to check whether patient can tolerate the temperature, because it can cause burn to the skin. So then while doing the procedure, we have to make sure that the patient's feet, they are warm. ठीक है, अगर उनकी पैरों it is cold, then we have to cover it with a blanket, or we can use any sheet. Okay, any bed sheet, or we can use bed sheet also, or we can use a blanket also, or a cover sheet. Okay, so we have to make sure that the patient's feet, they are warm, they should be covered. Then the covered part is to be treated with a bar towel. Apply hot fermentation. Why? To relieve congestion, to have the fermentation cover for a large area. Okay, so if patient is having pain in many parts of the body, then we can use a big sheet, or we can use a big towel, so that it will cover the whole area of the affected part. Then if we are using for a small area, means that only if only the hand of the patient is paining, or if only the knees of the patient are only the knees are affected, then we can use a small size of cloth, or we can use a face towel also. Okay, so we do not need to use a whole bed sheet just for a small area. Okay, so we can use only a small size towel. Then we can add another towel if the fermentation is too hot. If the water is too hot, okay, patient is not able to tolerate, then we can add some cold water so that it will be warm. And also, if we are putting the hot fermentation on the patient's body, if patient is not tolerable, then we can keep another towel. Okay, so we have to remove the fermentation every 3 to 5 minutes. So this is the duration. Okay, we have to keep it for 3 to 5 minutes, then remove it. Okay, for that towel, we keep it in the hot water. Okay, and then we squeeze it out, and then we put it on the patient's body again. So we can repeat this many times. Okay, so this is required for how many minutes? 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, change every 3 to 5 minutes, and we can use a cold mitten friction, or rub with cold washcloth for 30 seconds, and then dry the area. Okay, so after the procedure, we can, if the patient is feeling, if the patient complains that the water is very hot, or the towel that you have used is very hot, then we can compensate by using a cold washcloth. Okay, and we can just rub it for 30 seconds, and then after that we can dry with a clean cloth. Then reapply fermentation 3 to 6 times in total. Okay, and always finish with cold. So after the fermentation, we always make sure that we can just rub with a cold washcloth for how many seconds? 30 seconds only. Okay, and after that only we can wipe, or we can dry the skin of the patient. So this is a cycle that we have to do. First, we have to do hot fermentation. Okay, then we use a cold mitten, or we use any cold cloth. Then we rub the cold cloth on the patient's skin, and then dry the skin. Then again we start the same procedure, hot fermentation. Then use the cold washcloth for 30 seconds. Then dry the skin of the patient. Then you repeat in the same manner. Okay, so this is a cycle. You have to remember 3 important points. One is first hot fermentation. Then after that you have to rub, or you can just pat with the cold washcloth, and then you have to dry with a clean cloth. Okay, then you repeat it again. Okay, so we can do this for 3 to 6 times, and for how many minutes? 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so if the general perspiration was produced, so if patient is sweating, okay, if you can see, if you have noticed or if you have observed that the patient is sweating, then we can change, we can reduce the temperature of the water. And after the procedure, after hot fermentation, then we tell the patient to rest for at least 30 minutes, for half an hour. Okay, so this is how you should give hot fermentation to the patient. Okay, so remember the cycle. First give hot fermentation, ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद use the cold the washcloth, or you can use any cold cloth. Okay, you rub it on the patient's skin, and then after that you dry the patient's skin. Okay, so this is how you should perform the hot fermentation. Okay, and the duration also is very important. You have to remove the hot fermentation every 3 to 5 minutes, or else the patient's skin will burn, because the temperature of the water is hot. Okay, and the cloth that you're using also is hot, so it will cause burn to the patient if you're keeping it for a long time. Okay, so this was about the how you should give the hot fermentation. So which condition or which are the situation where we should not use hot fermentation? So first, if patient is unconscious, okay, patient is not alert, he is not active, okay, his conscious level is not there, so we should not use hot fermentation. Number two, we should be careful not to burn the patient. Then number three, if patient is paralyzed, okay, if the body part is paralyzed, there is no sensation, no feeling, no sensation, then we should not use hot fermentation on that area. Then do not use on the legs or feet of a diabetic patient. If patient is diabetes, okay, if patient is suffering from diabetes mellitus, then we should not use on the legs or feet. Okay. Then edema and varicose veins and advanced vascular disease of the legs and feet. So if patient is having any swelling, okay, if patient is having swelling or edema, or patient is having varicose veins, okay, so in such condition we should not use hot fermentation. Then point number 6 is malignancy, that if patient is having any kind of tumor, or patient is having any cyst on the body, then we should not use hot fermentation on those areas. Okay? Then number 7 is if a patient is bleeding. Okay, if a patient is having hemorrhage, or if patient is bleeding from the skin, then we should not use hot fermentation, because it will only injure more of the tissues. Okay, जो जो tissues have, it will be injured, or it will be more damaged. Okay, so we have to prevent tissue damage, or we have to prevent any tissue injury. Okay, so we should not use hot fermentation if there is any bleeding in the body. Then we should not use hot fermentation if patient is having any stomach ulcers or any ulcers in the colon. Okay, if patient is having ulcers in the stomach or ulcers in the colon, that is in the ascending colon, transverse colon, or descending colon, then we should not use hot fermentation on the stomach area, on the on the abdomen. Okay, so these are the contraindication, or the situation where, or the conditions where we should not use hot fermentation procedure. So is this clear with everyone? Any doubts you have? Anybody has any doubt? Okay, so I will send you a YouTube link where you will see the procedure how to give hot fermentation. Okay, so this is a very simple procedure. Even at home also, you must have seen your parents or your grandparents doing this procedure. Okay, so we do not need any medicine. If you are doing simple hot fermentation, तो उसके लिए कोई medicine की ज़रूरत नहीं है. We just need hot boiling water, and we need a cloth, or we can use a towel. Okay, so this is simple hot fermentation. Okay, so this is the first type. The second type is medical. Okay, if you're using any medical agents, or using any medicines. Okay, and the third is surgical. Okay, for any surgical purposes. So these are the three types of hot fermentation. So anybody has any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So I have taught. हाँ जी बोलिए.
ma'am, what is varicose veins?
Varicose veins. Okay, so in varicose veins में क्या होता है, जो हमारी lower extremities है, okay, you know our lower extremity, that is our legs. Okay, so
Yes.
what happens is we have veins in our legs also, है ना, both our right leg and left leg. So वो जो हमारी veins है, if they are swelling, if they are swollen, or they are if they are big and they are swelling and they are twisted, ठीक है, हमारी veins twisted हो जाते हैं, then we call it as varicose veins. And also you can see the color of the veins, they are purple in color. Okay, they are big, they are twisted, and there is swelling in the veins, and the color is purple color. So that condition we call it as varicose veins. Okay, so if you see any patient with varicose veins in their legs, then we should not use hot fermentation. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now coming to the next, that is we use another technique, that is moist heat packs. Okay, so you can see the picture here. Okay, so these inside these packs there is a gel. We call it as silica gel. Okay, so it is a canvas pouch with silica gel. Okay, so you can see there are two pictures here also. So you can see it is being filled with gel, silica gel inside these packs. Okay, so this is a moist heat pack. So this will provide heat to the patient. Okay, wherever, if a patient is having backache or if patient is having abdominal pain, then we can use this heat pack also. Okay, if patient does not want hot fermentation, then we can also use this method. So this is made up of canvas. Okay, so the material that we used here is canvas. It is a pouch type, and inside this pouch there is silica gel. Okay, so this pack is kept in a water filled heating unit. So first we have to keep it in a heating unit between the temperature 160 degree Fahrenheit to 170 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so first we have to keep this this pouch or this pack inside a heating unit with this temperature. Okay, and the pack will maintain temperature for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so what is the duration of the how much time will the temperature will be present inside these pack? It will stay for how many minutes? 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, so it is a very long, it will provide you long time of warmth. Okay, it provide you good comfort and it will relieve your pain. Okay, so this is the temperature that this is the temperature that it will stay inside this pack. Okay, after you have put it in the heating pad. Then the pack transfer heat by conduction. So there's a process, we call it as conduction system. Okay, so this is how the heat from this pack will be transferred into the patient's body. And the main benefit is superficial heat to 1 centimeter. So we can just place it on the patient's body. Okay, so this is about the moist heat pack. Is this clear? Anybody has any doubt? Okay, so this is available in the pharmacy also. Okay, we can you can just ask for a heat pack. Okay, and they will provide you like this. Okay, so inside, what is the material that is present in the pouch? It is made up of silica gel. Okay, so once we get this pack, we can open it and we can keep it in the heating unit. Okay, with the temperature of 160 to 170 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, then after that we can put it in the patient. Okay, place it on the patient's body, and it will provide you temperature for 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, and it will help in relieving pain, it will help in relieving congestion. Okay, and it will cause vasodilation. Then next is the paraffin paraffin bath. This is also another technique of providing moist heat to the body. Okay, so there is a you can see a device here. Okay, where you can there is a device for keeping it comes in square form or rectangle form, or it comes in a circular form also. Okay, so this inside there is a mixture of 15 to 30 ml of mineral oil to 1 pound of paraffin wax. Okay, so there is a mixture in this water. There is a mixture that is mineral oil and also paraffin wax. Okay, so with the help of these mixtures, it will provide warmth to the patient's body, and also it provide comfort. So the temperature which we maintain here is 118 degree Fahrenheit to 126 degree Fahrenheit for upper extremity. Upper extremities means our hands, okay, our hands and our arms. Okay, that is upper extremity. Lower extremity will consist of our thighs and our legs. Okay, and also the ankles. So this is the lower extremity. So if we are using for the upper extremity, if you want to provide warmth to your hand or to your arms, okay, then we have to maintain it at a temperature of 118 degree Fahrenheit to 126 degree Fahrenheit. But if you are using for your feet, okay, you want to provide warmth to your feet, then we have to keep it at a temperature of 113 degree Fahrenheit to 126 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, then the paraffin can provide approximately 6 times the amount of heat as water due to low specific heat. So as compared to water, okay, here we do not use water, we use paraffin wax. Okay, so this paraffin wax will provide you more heat as compared to water. Okay, so it will provide it will be very beneficial for the patient also if they want to reduce the pain in their hands, okay, or they want to reduce the pain in their legs. Okay, so this is a very you can say a very beneficial method of giving moist heat application. Okay, so anybody has any doubts, you can see the pictures here also. Okay, so this is for lower extremity and this is for upper extremity. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can see here also. Okay, so this is used to deliver heat in uniform amount to small irregularly shaped areas. Okay, so we can this paraffin bath, paraffin wax bath, you can say we can provide heat to specific areas. Like if you want to give heat only to your fingers, we can use this method. We can use, if you want to use your whole hands, then we can also use this method for your wrist and for your foot, especially for patients suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, so rheumatoid arthritis is basically a autoimmune disease condition, okay, where our antibodies are attacking our synovial fluid, which is present in between the bones. Okay, so what happens is when our synovial fluid is damaged, okay, so there will be friction in our bones. जब हमारी bones when they crush with each other, patient will have pain. Okay, so they will have pain in their joints. So you can see here, these are the joints. Okay, in your hands also there's so many joints, you can see it in this picture. Okay, so the patient is having swelling joints. Okay, and this technique is very effective for patients because it will reduce the pain. Okay, so this because we are using paraffin wax, so it moistens the skin. Okay, it gives you more heat and it tends to dry the skin after you remove from this paraffin. Okay, after you remove from this device, what happens is it will give you a wax feeling. Okay, and it will dry fast also. So this is very effective for patients suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, that is patients can have swelling of the joints, swelling of the yes, movements also, and there will be redness also. Okay, so this was about paraffin bath. Anybody has any doubt in this?
No.
Okay, so Next is the sitz bath. Okay, so this sitz bath is a very important procedure. Okay, and because it is a long procedure, so I think I will do this in the next class. Okay, so for today I've completed paraffin bath. I've completed the moist heat packs, which are very effective and easily available in the market also, and this very simple technique, that is hot fermentation. Okay, so hot fermentation can be done at home. Okay, we only need two things. We need the boiling water, and we need the towel, or we need any cloth. Okay, so this is a very simple technique, that is hot fermentation. Okay, so today I have done you 3 topics. I think it is okay for today. And tomorrow I will continue with sitz bath. Okay. Anybody has any issues? Any queries you want to ask?